If you want to grow your company, this video is for you. So you want to grow your company, you have to be right at the foundation level. Now, when you are starting, you're getting first few clients, you have to observe that how it will look when you get 50 or 100 clients. So let's say you started a social media marketing agency and now you got your first 10 clients. You see the work divided into SOPs, standard operating procedures, SOPs. Now on the sheet, create the work procedures of each department. You know how much you have to work per client. Now you're doing this for first 10 clients. You have to think that once you have 50 clients or 80 clients, let's say 50, how you will manage it. Now, according to that, you have to start hiring in each department. And in each department, you have to tell the work which is needed to be done and tell the don'ts. When you are starting and working yourself, you have to create the procedures of do's and don'ts. And once you have 50 clients, you have to establish minimum standard for each department. You have to check the quality. Now, how you will come to know? You have to know this once you are doing it yourself. The first thing I would like to add is script it down. Your daily work should be scripted. Now, once you know you are doing repetitive tasks, you can divide it into different departments. You can start with your first hire with the intern in ads department who will add the images and create just the basic campaign. You have to train him for like 15-20 days. He is really new and he will save your repetitive task of adding the images or creating the first campaigns. Now, with time, you can establish the scaling and culling procedures too and teach him or hire a new person for that. If you're able to hire 10 clients right now, you can easily hire 15 or 16 with the new intern and followed by 20 to 25 with the proper ads guy. Now, same for client handling too. You can hire a person who is good in communication and teach him the average repetitive conversations you have because you are scripted. Now, you have to train him for a month or two. You have guided him because communication is really important part of our stuff. Ads are too important, but communication is, you have to be empathetic about it. So once you can feel that the person is doing well, then you can go on alternate meetings. So in this way, you can take your number of clients to 30 or 35. Rest will be doing the sales. You can hire a sales guy. In that first, there should be first call and second call. You can start with the first calls where you have to identify, are you guys good fit or not? Second call is majorly of onboarding and the money and the financials. So that you can take. So 50% of your work in sales department can also be done at this stage, followed by the operations because there are a lot of invoices and tasks to be done in the company. You can hire the operations guy after that. Now you're just doing second calls and checking the quality of each department. If your ads guy are doing good with graphics, it's fine. No, then you have to hire the graphics team too. Start with the same procedures. Now at this level, you don't have to train. Your ads people can train the graphics department and you can start, thinking in that direction that do really you have to train or you just systemized your sheets should be followed, that's it. Then other people can manage the new interns or the employees. Now whole company streamlined and you're just taking the onboarding calls, second calls specifically. Now, if you feel that the person is doing good or you're feeling that some person in the company, overall company is doing good, you can train him for second call also. And you have to be, that person have to be very trustworthy in terms of empathy also and in terms of your bonding also. But it's really important in the second call and there are a lot of bad things can also happen. So the employees also, you have to ensure minimum ethics for all of them. If you feel like some employee or some client or are not doing ethical work, you have to act on it ASAP. This is the rule. Now you are hiring in right directions and you can easily manage 40 to 50 clients this way. And operations don't do the first insight is that because I come from college, right? Usually we postpone a lot of things because we will study in the end. Now you have to think in this way that in company, this is not possible. When you are handling a SMMA, this is not possible because it will definitely postpone to last and there are honestly a lot of people, dreams and the employees are there. You can't do this. So better than that, you give it to the operations guy. Don't do much of your operations yourself. Just maintain a good tracking system where there is everything is tick marked once it's done. Then hand it over to your operations guy. He will do it. Even the hiring also can be given to the operations guy for the leads and the profiles checking and the forms, everything. You just take the interview. Now, you have to understand this, that in this process you need to have a right mindset. The mindset would be that you have to work in a right direction. The basic mindset you need to have for growing the business, growing the agency, is that you should not work in the business. Once you have established the proof of concepts and you have 10 clients, you should work on the business. Now we are mostly one thing I learned after years, I wasted more than, I think, 1.5, 2 years in this, that I was working in the business for so long. Don't do this mistake. We just get first 10 clients and work on the business. That's it. Hire for each departments. In day-to-day life also, you have to change the mindset. You definitely feel, if I say someone, he will act in some way, he's busy, he will act tomorrow. Don't worry about this one. You will know how to get your things done ASAP. Once you enter this mindset, definitely you have to work on the business. On the business means company is growing, so getting new clients, tracking the company, things like this. It's very, if you think in a layman term also, you can think in this way, that you have just 24 hours in a day. And out of that, let's say you're very enthusiastic and you work, let's say 10 to 12 hours in the day. Now, if you are working in the business, you can just work 10 to 12 hours in a day. Second is that if you're working on the business and people are working for you, if there are 5 employees and they're working 8 hours also, you can multiply. It's 4 to 5 times more than you. Now, if you're working in the business, you are wasting the time by working yourself. At the same company, there can be 40 to 50 hours of work per day. And because you are stubborn enough to not change your mindset, which I was, still I am in many cases, I'm trying to do it, but more than 60-70% I have changed, and it has paid a lot. After working with, we have more than 200 clients in the company, and you can think of it, if you are working yourself, you can work with 10 clients. You can think of it, how much money you are losing and how much exposure with working with great people and making great companies you can lose by the stubbornness or the behavior which we got in while growing up or something. We have to identify this. We have to work on the business rather than in the business to grow the company. I hope that helps, and you introspect in your company which you can hire for and do it right away.